of emotion in my soul came through Beatnik's music. His style is impeccable. His flow, I don't know when he breathes. It's so honest, it's so raw, it's so real, but it's also fucking dope as fuck. His style is very focused on mental health and opening conversations about addiction and other issues. He's got a very gritty, alternative, conscious hip-hop style.
My name's Beatnik Scum.
Ain't took me long to go figure that I would do better than all of you bitter motherfuckers with a vendetta. To all of the women you've been having trouble with picking up, never get rid of us. Spirits have lifted us, bringing the omens, invading the citadel. Never been stressing, and guess you can say that's because of the fuck on the regular. It's the mastermind with the gruesome appetite. Say goodbye to summer, we welcome you to the afterlife. Grisly picture, yeah, that image left you traumatized. And if we hanging, keep the nooses tied. Okay, 6, rotten era, a terror, don't hope for better days. 6, rotten era, a terror, don't hope for better days. 6, rotten era, a terror, don't hope for better days. Benny Bodega with the lyrical acrobatics, flipping vocabulary, adding door word to mathematics. Simplify the syllables, it's easy, it's automatic. Mind is full of data, can't corrupt it, it's well protected, ain't even break a sweat. Skill uneven to set the record. If the people see me, hold it down like they pulled the lever, the greatest ever. Well shit, I think I might be. Never thought about the pressure, move to the words of Nike. I think my ego's provocative, modestly honest, but recognize that my reach astronomical. Ain't any need for comparison, the difference is comical. Edwin Moses, the way that I stay hurdling obstacles. Diabolic, you oughta know better, sounding inaudible status. I got a lot of it, product better than moderate. Still thinking about messing with me? You better think twice before you try stepping to me. While y'all working for a 401k, y'all be working till I got 24k in my mouth, and if I have to go witness shit, well then I guess I'm finna go all out, all out. While you working for a 401k, y'all be working till I got 24k in my mouth, and if I have to go witness shit, well then I guess I'm finna go all out.
I want to ask you about your inspiration behind your rap and what has it meant to you?
So honestly, I started rapping when I was like a teenager. Back in high school at Center High School, I would battle people at lunch, and you know how battles go. You talk mess, who's the dopest. The truth is, though, I never really took it seriously. So I had a homie, John, when I was 18. I met him when I worked at the mall. I got in the studio with him, made a few songs. I moved away to Portland, and when I was gone in Portland, my closest homie, his name's Carlos Espinoza, that's my brother, he took his own life. I talked to him the same, maybe hours before he had done it. I deal with depression and suicidal ideation myself. And when he passed away, I just went in this really bad spot. Like, I need to go back home to Sac, and I went back home, and I leaned in my community. One thing you need to know about Carlos is Carlos always wanted me to make music. Like, he kept pushing me, yo, the things I'm doing right now that you guys are seeing, the shows we've done in Sac with Andreas, Jakari, Lab Rats, and just so many more people, he believed in this when I couldn't see it for myself. He heard these songs at a house show before he passed. I remember his face light up like, yo, you're actually super sick. You're even better than I already thought. So I took all those songs, put them on Death Coast. That's why I'm doing them today. It was all a joke when I was a teenager, and now it's like, to see the impact my music has had, the connections it has made me feel confident that this is where I'm supposed to be and this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's amazing. One of the most spiritual experiences of my life with music actually occurred at that planetarium show. You had a song about your depression and the suicidal ideation that you were going through. And as that was happening, the entire planetarium was all these like paper lanterns rising up to the sky. It was so magical. Like 360 degrees of all these lanterns going up in the sky like souls of dearly departed ones. And I thought about my friend Mike, who jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. He introduced me to Pretty Lights, some amazing beats, and good memories playing ping pong with him. And yeah, it's something that touches everybody. You know, I think everybody, if they haven't yet, they will lose somebody to it. And it's a global thing, right? And what I really, really, really also believe very strongly, and I'm glad that you did it, was that the key is community. And that's a big part of why I do Check the Rhyme, because I have this like pendulum theory about how the people that hope the most also taste the most pain and despair. And the more that you care, there's so much in the world that isn't going the way that we want it to. So if you care about it a lot, if you have a big enough heart, I think the people that do lose that battle are because they never gave up hoping. They weren't able to just be like, you know what, I'm just going to turn into an unfeeling object. Like, I'm going to stop hoping, stop dreaming, stop caring, right? And I think a lot of the world does that to protect themselves, and I don't blame them for it. But how do we get people to hope the highest hopes, knowing that it will come with ebbs and flows of the most painful backswings? I think community acts as like a trampoline or a net. Right? We got to feel the pain as far as we need to feel it, because that's how we grow. That's how we learn, right? So we need to be able to feel the pain of heartbreak or failure or whatever it is, so that we can change and we can grow and we can learn the lesson. But once we feel it enough, go to that community, because when you're down, some of them are going to be up, vice versa, and then it'll bounce you back. So you can go with the highest hopes, but not take the full backswing back. And I think that's what you did. And then you were able to also transmute a lot of that into this creativity, which is fucking magical.
You mentioned ebbs and flows, right? I still deal with depression. I'm not burdened by it, I should say. I've learned to live with it, right? So I'm learning to continue to live with it. And one of the things I remind people is like, hey, believe it or not, the lows are just as necessary as the highs, right? Like you kind of mentioned, there's a lot of growth that can come from the lows. I mean, I'm standing proof in front of you right now. If every day of your life was a high, you would not appreciate life for what it is, in my opinion. The darkness that highlights the light is just as beautiful as the light can sometimes make you hone in on the darkness, right? The darkness is just as beautiful as the light. They're both necessary, yin and yang, right? I used to look at it as a curse a lot. And, you know, I've had community growing up with so many good friends I've known for like 12, 13 years. I had a friend one time tell me, like, yo, what if you started looking at what you thought was a curse was actually a blessing? Yeah. And through your blessing, you've been able to reach all these people with your story and connect and heal. And I've seen it in the forefront. It still hurts when I go through stuff. I just came out a horrible time last couple months ago. But I've also seen what my music has done. And if that's what I had to go through to do that, I'll do it again.
Yeah, and it was doing it for me in that planetarium show. So it's real. You're doing it. It's your gift. And it's the transmutation. The darkness is not the opposite of light. Pain and tragedy isn't the opposite of happiness or joy, but an integral component of it, right? And I was doing a flow fam recently about transmutation, about taking negative and finding the growth, the learning, the lesson, the blessing, whatever it is. And one of the examples that I was really thinking about was the painting Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh, where these stars swirling in the sky are only so beautiful because of how dark it was. You know, they're always there. They're there on the middle of the day, on the sunniest day. They don't move, right? But you can't see them until it becomes dark as fuck. And when he painted that painting, he was in an asylum. Like, he was trapped in an asylum dealing with all kinds of mental health. And he transmuted some of that into this iconic painting that has stood the test of time. And that's what you do with the brush that you paint with lyrically. And that's a beautiful thing.
Thank you, Chi. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And if you have a moment to spare, could you hold up your beak in the air? See my mood melancholic, cause I have a problem that my brother Los ain't here. Wishing that he'd reappear, me in a dream or a vision so vividly clear, so I know his spirit is near. Still trying to heal from the impact it's had, but I can't cause the pain too severe. Tell him I'm sorry that I didn't get it, that I didn't see through the messages sent it. Sorry for all of the signs I was missing, regretted departing, regretted the distance. I take it all back if it meant interfering. Stop the act that led to his disappearance. Want someone to blame, but the fact is apparent. The one to blame was the man in the mirror.
Shout out Carlos Espinoza. May he rest forever in the sky. Check on your people. That's one of my biggest messages. Check on your people. Yeah.
Please don't fuck up my day. Please don't fuck up my vibe. I'm just here with my clique. I'm just here with my tribe. We've been putting out hits. Ain't putting out this flop. Making it out of this bitch. We made it out alive. All I'm saying is please don't fuck up my day. Please don't fuck up my vibe. I'm just here with my clique. I'm just here with my tribe. We've been putting out hits. Ain't putting out this flop. Making it out of this bitch. We made it out alive. All I'm saying is,
What's behind the name Beatnik Scum?
we learned about Beatniks, and I just really kind of vibed with what they're about, like being against conformity, art, self-expression. I really digged it, right? Maybe I'll go as Beatnik. And then I was like, I like what they're about, but I don't like the name just Beatnik as a rap name. I was like, I need something to add like a little bit of like illness to it. Like, what's a negative thing? And I was like, like scum. Where I come from and the people I grew up with, a lot of society might look at like scum, right? They might look at them like, who are these degenerate group of kids, these burnouts? They were just tagging or just drinking all the time at some random field behind their school, whatever. But these people are some of the best people I've ever met in my life and actually care about a lot of people in the world we're in today and exist in a way that they actually look out for other people. So I've kind of liked taking the word scum because a lot of people say, why don't you change your name? Scum is so bad. Why would you walk around with that name? And I'm like, we're recoining it. I'm recoining it now, and I'm going to turn it into a positive thing. Maybe these people that we're looking down on aren't really bad people, and maybe we should look at them eye to eye instead of looking down on them. Look at them like the humans they are. So
I'm so glad I asked you that question. And it ties in with everything we talked about earlier. It's about solving duality. I think the next tier of human consciousness is unlocked with paradox and realizing that the darkness is a part of the light. And you're doing that in your music, and you're doing that in your name. So I think it's perfect.
We're turning up.
Did you perceive through the lines? Pierce the depth through the rhymes. Hate me, I'm brazen the goat. Show my gang and my fangs as I raise in the coat. Brain of Cobain, that's a slippery slope. And I cannot elope with these women who beg for my dough. Iris is Satan, is faking my soul. And it's just sort of taking, then we take it all. Cash is the green or the Honda Accord. That's a whip that I got and you cannot afford it. From a city where they still don't know my name. Drop a whole damn tape, I bet that shit is finna change, man. Everything I drop is heat, I guarantee. So if you fuck with me, chat, motherfucking scream, let's go. Beatnik Scum. Beatnik Scum in the chat if you're fucking with this tonight. Beatnik Scum. Beatnik Scum. All right, we can stop. Beatnik Scum. Beatnik. So basically,
if you a fake ass hoe or a fake ass,
we get real life coming here. Thug Shells up here, turn it up. Shout out Thug Shells. She gonna be up here killing the game. Josh B. been killing the game. Mikey V killed it too. Good night.